When it comes to leveling up your content creation, the name of the game is work smarter, not harder. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you 19 ways you can easily repurpose one piece of content, so you can squeeze the most value out of your content marketing strategy, maximize your visibility, and reach as many people as possible without adding any extra stress, time, or energy. Stick around. Hey Posse, what's up? It's Alex coming at you this week with a content marketing strategy that is going to save you so much energy, time, and stress. But first, if you're new to the crew, welcome. Right here on my channel, you'll find hundreds of practical tips and tricks to help you master the world of online marketing. From dominating social media with amazing content, to slaying sales with killer copywriting, and everything in between. So if that sounds good to you, then be sure to hit subscribe below and don't forget to ring that bell to be notified when my next video goes live. Now, have you ever heard about the golden rule of content marketing? The more you post, the more eyeballs you get on your content, and the more successful you will be. Whether that be organic traffic from your blog posts, more followers on your Instagram, or more views on your YouTube or TikTok videos. When it comes to content marketing, consistency and frequency are key. And unfortunately, this is one of the biggest reasons that I see a lot of content creators failing. They just can't keep up. They can't keep up with the high demand of producing, creating, and pumping out new content across a million different platforms that the online world requires if you want to scale and stay relevant today. But what if I told you that creating brand new content every single day does not have to be that hard? What if there was a way that you could strategically reuse the amazing content you've already created to reach more people, gain more traction, and boost your visibility in different but extremely valuable ways? Well, that is exactly what we do here at the Copy Posse. Now, before you go saying, but Alex, won't your audience get annoyed if you're reposting the same content in different places? Nope. And here's why. You have different segments of your audience that hang out in different places, right? Some prefer to watch, some prefer to read, others prefer a quick scroll through a carousel on Instagram to get all the nuts and bolts. The reality is that we all hang out in different places online and like to consume content differently across these different platforms. So while the content is similar, it's being optimized for easy consumption in multiple places. How cool is that? Plus, I'm just gonna say it, how much content do you actually remember until you've seen it a few times? So without further ado, let's pull back the curtain so you can see our process for repurposing content, maximizing our reach, and reducing our stress. So for us at the Copy Posse, it all starts with producing one original, high quality, and super valuable piece of content each week. Just one. And I'll give you a hint. You are watching it right now. Yep, number one is YouTube video. Yes, this channel right here is where most of our content creation starts. Now, I say most because of course we do post some content that doesn't originate from these videos, but for the most part, all of the content you see from the Copy Posse had its debut in a YouTube video just like this one. And within 1 week of posting a new YouTube video, we've already reused this content a minimum of 6 times. And over the following weeks and months and even years, we will continue to repurpose and reuse this original content. So because I know you love examples, let's follow this video from a few weeks ago through the Posse repurposing process so you can see exactly how we do it. All right, number 2 is a blog post. So the first thing we do is that we turn every single video into a blog post that is published on my blog. And honestly, you guys, this is such a no-brainer. It takes like 0 effort to take a transcript of a video and turn it into a blog post that's packed with so many keywords to help your SEO. It's a great way to boost organic traffic and get your content in front of people who just like to old-fashioned read an article over watching a video. Of course, there is some editing required to turn a video transcript into a blog post. For example, in my videos, I ask you guys to like and subscribe. Obviously, that's a direct reference to you here on YouTube, and it won't really apply to a person reading the blog. So that part needs to be cut out or just reworded slightly. But other than the small details like that, my blog posts are almost identical to these videos, and that's because I have a lot of followers who prefer to read over watching. So next thing we do is we take that blog post and we turn it into number 3, a LinkedIn article. So again, this is super easy. With that, we basically just take the exact blog post from my site and then we publish it on LinkedIn as part of the Copy Posse's weekly newsletter, The Right Phrase Pays. But you could, of course, also just post it to your profile as an article. And of course, this is a great way to extend your reach because the audience who hangs out on YouTube is generally quite different from the audience who is hanging out on LinkedIn. So by publishing a weekly article on LinkedIn and a weekly tutorial on YouTube, I am maximizing the number of people who are actually seeing this content. All right, next up is where we start to change the content slightly from its original form. Number 4, a weekly content email. Now, if you're on my email list, then you already know that every single week I send out an email announcing my YouTube video. But rather than just say, hey, my new video is live, go check it out, I like to play around with utilizing different hooks and storytelling methods. So the CTA remains the same, of course, which is to go watch the video, but beforehand, I like to take my audience on a journey through a story or lesson that can somehow be tied back to the video topic. So while this email is inspired by the topic of my weekly video, the content is exclusive for their eyes only. And of course, that is because I want my subscribers to know that there are perks to being on my email list. They'll be getting something highly valuable that they will not see anywhere else. All right, now the next way we repurpose content from our weekly tutorials is through, yes, you probably guessed it, our social media posts. And this is where we end up getting the most distance because not only do we repost that content across all of the social media platforms, meaning YouTube community, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, and even Twitter, but we also turn this content into multiple types of posts. So here's what that generally looks like. Number 5, social graphic. So on the day that the new video content is published, we will repost an image of the video thumbnail. The caption that goes along with it is pretty straightforward and to the point. It includes a hook to capture attention, a short indoctrination or recap of the topic of the video and why it matters, what you'll learn in the video, and then a CTA to go, of course, watch it on YouTube. Again, this is really easy and straightforward, and it really doesn't take any guesswork. Number 6 is a short form video. So in the weeks or months following, we then create a reel or a TikTok video that repurposes some of the juicy parts of that tutorial. And that can be just a short segment or a clip of the video, preferably something super valuable that leaves people wanting more, or sometimes it's a quick highlight of one of the main points. And here's a quick tip if you decide to do this, always add subtitles to your social media videos and reels because a lot of people like to watch those videos without any sound. And when it comes to the caption or what you post along with the video, here's where you can get creative. While the content itself is being repurposed, we start to play around with using different hooks and stories in the caption to really create more engagement. Next up, we create number 7, a carousel post. So the next way we repurpose our YouTube content is with good old-fashioned carousel posts. Yes, these highly popular posts that are basically just image-based learning. It's sort of like an infographic spread across multiple images. We'll take some of the main points of the topic and tutorial and summarize it into short sentences that are easy to read and engage with. So again, here we're coming up with a slightly different hook to make the content feel new and exciting. And the caption is basically just summarizing and expanding upon what the reader is seeing in the carousel images themselves. And then over the next couple of weeks, months, and even year, we will continue to revisit and repurpose this content in new and exciting ways. So it might not look exactly the same. We might use a different hook or possibly post a fun visual. I love to do art on my iPad, or even create a fun and share-worthy game. With just a little bit of creativity, the possibilities are truly endless, and over the years, you could easily end up repurposing this content 20, 30, maybe even 50 times. But at a minimum, you just learned 19 ways to repurpose one piece of content. So let's review. It starts with a YouTube video that you turn into a blog post, that you turn into a LinkedIn article, that you turn into an email. I then shared 3 different social media posts that you can post across all 5 social media platforms: YouTube community, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. That doesn't even include TikTok, so you can absolutely do that. And there you have it, 19 ways that you can get one piece of content in front of multiple audiences. All right, guys, I hope you found this super helpful and that it inspired you to go out there and work smarter, not harder in your content creation game. I'll see you next week with a brand new video. Until then, I'm Alex. Ciao for now. All right, guys, if you enjoyed that video, make sure to check out the next one from me right here. And you can click right here to get a free gift. Social media marketing for massive lead generation. Here are my top tips and proven strategies for generating more likes, comments, leads, and sales from your social media content.